Okay, so this is the mechanical calculator I'm going to use today. You can do this on pretty much any mechanical calculator that's a desktop version. I'm assuming that any type would be okay. I can't think of why that wouldn't be the case. Now we set up the problem. We know that 37 items, so I'm going to put in 37 in my register at the top there, cost £51.43, and we want to know how much 89 are going to cost. Okay, so we set that at the other end of the register, and we have a nice gap in between, and that's all we really need, is a nice gap in between so that we can separate our answers on the accumulator here nicely. Okay, you don't have to spread it all the way across, but as long as you've got a gap, then that's fine. Okay, so the method we're going to use is essentially a division method. Now, when you're doing division either on a mechanical calculator or by hand, you can do what's called a tear down division, where you keep on subtracting from your number until you get to 0, or a build up division where you start from 0 and build up till you get the number that you started with. And that's the method that we're going to use, is the build up division. So we put 37 into our register and 89, and we have a gap in between. It doesn't have to be at the extremes of the register, but as long as you've got a sufficient gap in the middle, that's all you really need. And you can do this on any mechanical calculator, as I've said. So all we're going to do now is to add 37 until we get to £51.43p. Okay, now I'm just going to move my carriage over a couple of places. Now we know that 37 will only go into 51 one time. If we add it another 37 on, we're going to go over the top. So if we just add 37 one time, and that's now going to tell us where all our decimal markers should be. So on our counter register, our decimal marker should be behind this one whole one, and it also sets our decimal markers on both positions on our accumulator at the bottom there. Okay, so I've added 37 once, and now we need to move over a column and add 37 until we get to a point where either we know we're not going to go over if we turn, and where we stop where we know that we would go over one more time, or if we do turn it and we go over, so I've gone to £51.80 now, we can just undo that by going back and taking that away again. Move over another column and keep on adding. Very, very quick. I can go quicker than this. And there we go, £51.43 is our answer there. So that's what we knew, the information we knew, that 37 costs £51.43. And now we get the answer we wanted, which is that 89 cost £123.71. Okay, so 89 costs £123.71, but it also gives us extra information, and that's on the counter register. It also gives us how much one item costs. So one item costs £1.39, and I think that's a really neat method.